Good evening, race fans, and welcome in to Kansas Speedway once again for the third time this week. It's been absolutely insanely fun for the first couple of races. Of course, last night was an absolute barn burner. Tonight, we expect no different for the NORA Cup Series. That's right, it's Tuesday night here on VirtualRacing.Network. And we're underway. Wow, Arthur trying to hold off Malone there from taking the spot, but Malone will sneak through on the low side. And they're going to race side by side now for that second spot, but Malone gets a little loose there, unable to take the spot. Looking out the back, there comes the 20 by of Blake Hopp, and I believe that is filling in for Brandon Dunford tonight. So
yeah, also a patriotic scheme there for the 20, the public scheme. Nice camo, red, white, and blue. Absolutely,
we'll get already an incident.
Cameron Thompson, I think he saved it. Chad Engel gets collected in it. This is a playoff driver that's still going. Kyle Rochelle, the 19 around. Oh man.
All kinds of drivers collected.
Cameron Thompson.
Still more wrecking. Wow. Up here, I think this is maybe even a little bit late, so we'll back it up here.
Oh, right there.
And I know Cameron Thompson.
Yeah, up there with Cameron Thompson, yeah. He it looks like he drives a little too deep into the corner, gets into, I believe that's Ryan Bird in the 49, gets him sideways and himself sideways, boom, right there. And then they just keep getting loose, keep spinning. Chad Engel gets into the wall, they save it. Cameron's still wrecking, hits Todd Slauson, hits the wall. My goodness.
Here we go again. Let's see if we get this one right. Back to green here at Kansas. Vincent.
Really good start there for Sable.
Well, Vincent once again unable to protect that second place, and just as good of a start as that was, here comes Malone trying to push his car to the front. Malone going to take the lead here on lap number 1. You see just below him on the track Brady Motes, and there's Josh Conover. Now Arthur responding. So a lot of these drivers recognizing that fall off is key, as Conover also to come in, and Ryan Bird.
I think Brady Motes had an issue. I think he missed the pits because he was down on the apron and then came back up onto the track.
Well, he's still shown in 12th, so he did recover. Fortunate to not make one of those types of mistakes where you wipe yourself out or slow so far down but still can't make it. Here he's going to try it again, see whether or not he can safely get into the pits. All the way down to that very slow 50 mile per hour pit lane speed. I guess 55 miles per hour here on pit lane. Eric Sable in the pits. Jacob Malone, Brady Motes, John Cottle.
Malone had to back up. Just a little too far into the box there, had to back up, but watch how much time he's going to lose now because of that. Here comes Cottle, who came in behind him. Going to go by him.
You see he was in a little sideways as well. Yes, indeed, 16.40 in the box. As this first stage just about finished, it looks like it's going to be Ronnie Norman who's going to take the first stage victory here, with Nick Geilis going to be in second place, and third place going to go to Timmy Harper, fourth to Jacob Malone, and fifth to John Cottle. And so Norman and Cottle, the only two championship drivers in that top 5. Here we go again. Buckle up for stage number 2. We are underway once again here at Kansas. Whoa. Did you see that? It looked like Sable got into Malone there. And Harper
trying to give him a little push there.
Yeah, for real. There's Malone on the outside.
Oh!
He gets into the Geilis, drifts up and into Malone, and Tim Harper is wrecking.
Brady Motes as well.
Brady Motes. Harper and Motes have it coming together as Harper got loose after that and had nowhere to go. Christian, you're going to have to definitely help break this one down. This was kind of crazy. Okay, so let's take a look at this replay here. Back this up. As soon as we can possibly get to it. Here we go.
Oh, they're going at it right now on track.
I did see that. We'll go back to the live picture because there's something going on here between Malone and Harper.
Well, it was actually Guileless. He came up and gave a shot to Malone because he when we watched the replay, it looked like Malone just kind of pinched Guileless pretty tight here and pulls him up the track right there. Comes down, hits him, and then Guileless just runs up the track.
I mean, I don't know. Did Guileless get locked into him? And then,
I think.
Looking on from Brady Mote's point of view, as Harper was in the middle of a 3-wide battle there for a moment.
Let's see. Oh, Harper just goes sideways, can't save it, and then Motes almost goes over. Woo!
And would love to see you in NORA someday, but this is a great race that's been going on, and no, my boys, yes, it did get a little crazy there. And it's funny how quick, as we're back under green here at Kansas, it's funny how quick it goes from everybody running safely and all together to just absolute chaos. Like, there's cars going everywhere. Ronnie Norman back in the lead. Vincent Arthur, how long did it take for him to get back up there into second? Not long. He just kind of waited it out and waited for everyone else to crash, and now he's up there. Eric Sable back in position to try to take advantage. Gladelich and Couts now racing side by side for that 4th spot. It's Everett Couts. Wow, look at the action behind Couts as they go 3 wide just behind. That's Rochelle, Timmons, and Slauson now three wide. And you see Nick Guileless looking on.
Clausen doesn't care that he's got a right side damage. He's out here. He says, I don't run this series much, so I'm going to give it everything it's got. And he's doing a pretty good job so far with that right side damage.
Well, they're just outside that top 10, and Kyle Rochelle now able to get up into 11th, taking a look at Couts on the low side, possibly going to take that 10th spot, be back looking at a strong top 10 potential for the evening.
Oh, looked like Timmons wanted to get around the outside of Rochelle, and Rochelle blocked him into the wall there. Oh, now Slauson gonna do it to him. Oh, man. He was clear. I mean, he told him either hit my bumper or slow down.
Well, what did we just see here? This was a moment ago with Eric Sable. How about this? Sable out through the grass, gets into a banging match there, and he does save it. Quite a wild ride there for Sable.
And I do just want to clarify, I went back and looked. It was Cody Height. He had an illegal entry to pit road and had to come back in. So Cody Height, he's going to be fighting his way back through the field after going a lap down here, but I believe that this should be the last lap, if not already.
This is actually, now we're about to hit the caution. There we go. So, Arthur, Senchek, Bird, Sable, and Gladelich, your top 5 here at Kansas in the second stage. Arthur taking the win. Congratulations to him. Senchek and Bird also playoff contenders. And the green flag is out. We are underway once again here at Kansas. Field flies under Barney the flag man. Eric Sable moves into second place. Tom Senchak falling back to third. That outside lane just not the one that you want to be in for these restarts. Ryan Bird files into 4th place. A little bit further back, there's Todd Slauson. He's now up into 6th. We've got lots more side-by-side racing back here, almost 3 wide. Cottle on the outside, and there's the 42 of Timmons as well. And you see Brady Moats getting back into this mix, so it looks like everybody back together. The only one that really suffered here in the last stage that's been put back is Cody Height with that penalty. So he'll have to come forward as we see some wrecking up in front, and I believe it's Todd Slauson involved. The yellow flag does come out, and Slauson recovers.
Oh. Watching the replay, and he got tagged, gets sent around.
Mr. Slauson moves up to the high side. There's 7. Vladelich. Vladelich just touches him there in the rear. It's one of those things where Slauson drifted up high and came back down, and I don't think Vladelich had necessarily planned for that trajectory in front of him. Here we go, though. Back to it. Just 51 laps remain. Tom Senchek in the lead. Vincent Arthur in second. Senchek steals the show, and Bird just behind. Now 2 teammates are in first and second, and Arthur has got to come back through that.
Yeah, they were definitely having the hands out the window saying go, go, go for that one. Vincent Arthur going to lose 2 spots there. He's going to have a run here on Bird. Let's see if he does anything with it. Tries on the bottom. Here he goes.
All 3 of these drivers,
inside's there.
All 3 of these drivers, championship contenders, by the way, fighting it out right now for position on the track and a potential win. Side by side, they are in front. Arthur and Sable now battling it out for position. Arthur dives to the low side on Bird, drives up the track a little bit. Arthur gets a little loose, but brings it back down. Now watch Blade Timmons come in there.
Wow, he's gonna pass 2 cars there. He took it 3 wide, past 2. Now he's underneath Ryan Bird. Let's see if he can make it 3 in 1 lap here. He didn't check up whenever he saw those guys having an issue. He had faith that they were going to save it. Sure enough, they did. And he capitalized big time from that.
Quite a rocket ship for Timmons. Sliding up towards the front now. Up into that 3rd spot, taking it away from Ryan Bird. So here comes Ronnie Norman. He's going to send it on the low side on Timmons. They make contact. Timmons nowhere to go. Norman just somehow squeaks out of that one.
Yeah, Norman's not going to be too happy about that one. He had the gap, and then Timmons just kind of pinched him down and made contact with him. Here he goes, trying it again. I think he's going to get it this time. His blade drops a little further back. He had to get out of the throttle. Now Tim Harper trying to capitalize here. He's going to block Sable up top. Sable going to drive it down low to his Truck Series teammate, Ronnie Norman.
3 wide in the corner once again. Is Cottle on the outside? Does he get pinned there? No, he's okay.
He's going to get to the outside of Timmons here. They're going to be 3 wide here. This is for 4th place.
And Tim Harper stuffs it in there to make it 4 wide for a brief second. Now it clears out and is only 3 wide.
For George Conover.
Conover and Guylis, as well as the 19 of Dakota Hendrickson, involved in that one.
Vladelich had to go the whole way down the track. I think it might have been with his good friend Nick Guylis here.
Well, there was a lot of movement up in front. Certainly these guys were trying to move around. I think Conover just kind of lost it. I mean, I don't think Hendrickson got into him. If he did, it might have been a net code.
Yeah, he just got loose. That's unusual to see out of that 25, but he just tank slapped it and smacked the wall pretty hard, and then Guylis, trying to avoid it, got into Hendrickson and put him into the wall there.
I see Christenberry and Christopher Thomas also caught up in this one.
There was no warning at all. Like, he was just driving the corner normal, and then you could see that the wheel just gets light on him, and he turns it to the right and then snaps into the wall.
Well,
that is a weird situation there.
On board with Guylis, of course, he has no idea what's going to happen here. He tries to get by, and he just tags Hendrickson there in front. Wow. very close, a couple of different cars that went by there. All want to punch their ticket to get into the next round of the playoffs. Vincent Arthur has already done so. Tom Senchek leads us back to the green on lap number 119. The next question is, there is a couple of drivers in this field who have the fuel to make it to the end. If they work some magic, if this stays green, it could be a fuel mileage race. We watch on to find out whether it will be Ryan Bird and Vincent Arthur racing it out for that second place, and Bird taking that position. I think Arthur may have possibly come up and touched the wall.
If he did, it was very slight, not going to affect him. He's actually going to have a huge run on Bird. Almost gets to the outside of Senchek. He has a really good run going. He's still kind of driving it deep into the corner, so he's not clutching it yet.
Well, it's been a long time since we've seen Ryan Bird in victory lane. It's about due. He came in like a flash and took a couple of victories, and now might be time for Tom Senchek, his teammate, to take that victory, but wouldn't be a surprise to see Bird in victory lane either. Look at it, getting very racy back here. Vincent Arthur now takes a look down the inside of Tom Senchek into the corner, and Arthur pulls it up in front. The old slide job. Senchek crosses over. That slide job not going to hold these late Apex drivers down. They both flash by here on the back straight.
Yeah, whenever you got two cars kind of working together there, Bird came down and gave Senchek a little bit of his draft and helped him get by Vincent Arthur there. So we saw it last night. Whenever two teammates are working well together up toward the front of the field, it's very hard to compete with them.
And wow, Bird and Senchek last second pulled down onto the apron to come into the pits, and here comes Timmons, Rochelle, Kulikowski, and Engel as well down pit lane.
These guys know something we don't. I think they can make it on fuel. I think they'll be fine.
Depends on who you're talking about, but Conover, Gladelich, and Harper.
Look, here comes Vincent Arthur pitting too.
The only ones with a chance. Yeah, Arthur came in last on 100, I believe. Thompson and Thomas came in on 115. So 25 laps to go here. It's splitting the stage in half for sure.
Well, now Tim Harper, he has a teammate to help him. If he starts running out of fuel, Cottle can push him down the straightaways and he can save fuel.
Yes,
that's what they're doing. Look at this. Have you ever seen anything like that before?
Well, Cottle is basically out of competition now, back in 21st place, so he's going to try to supply some extra fuel here.
This is incredible.
I've never quite seen anything like this, but this is teamwork at its finest, as Cottle has joined the fight here at Harper Motorsports. Let's listen in. Really tricky to get the bump drafting just right. Don't want to do it too hard in the corners. Jacob Gladelich has pulled it into the pits, so that just leaves Tim Harper out here to try to somehow get it done, and it does not look like he's got enough to do it. Cottle drifts up the track with 3 laps
Harper's
to go. He can't. He's still got to save fuel to make it to the end, as he's fully committed to this strategy.
Oh, he's on the loud pedal now. He sees Vincent. He's got to go. Even if he runs this thing dry, he's got to go.
Well, it's going to be 2 laps to go, this time by at the stripe. And I don't know if he's got anything in the tank to make this one. We knew it was going to be quite a stretch to get that extra couple of laps out of it, but
he's out. He's out on the backstretch. He's out of fuel.
Indeed. Rough go for Tim Harper. Runs out of fuel and tries to clutch it back into pit lane and make it, and that is going to give up the lead here with the white flag out for Vincent Arthur to possibly take victory here in the second week in a row. All he's got to do is make it a couple more corners. The white flag is out. We will not green-white checker this one. The next flag will be the checkers. Eric Sable in second place back here, and Blade Timmons right now shown in third. Here comes Ryan Bird to try to get by Blade Timmons coming to the line, and it looks like it's going to be Vincent Arthur who takes the win. Bird unable to take that third spot away from Timmons at the line.
Norman 5th, Brady Moat 6th, Kyle Rochelle 7th, Jacob Malone 8th, Cameron Thompson 9th, and Tom Senchek rounds out your top 10 here tonight. But Vincent Arthur, man, 2 races in a row here in the playoffs. He's going to check the box for a win here at Kansas.